Hi, welcome in. I'm Llama, and these are a few tips that I wish I knew when I started flying the Hornet. Alright, so if you're using head tracking and not VR, it's kind of hard to see behind the stick. So if you click down here, you can get rid of the stick, and you need to turn this dispenser on, and also right down there, where you can barely see it if you're not using VR, is the push button for the RWR. That's very important. You also have to go here. So you'll go to this EW, and you'll see ALE47 is on standby. So we'll need to box that. And we'll also have to hit this mode button down here. Now it's in manual 1. So I usually leave it in manual. Another thing from this EW page is HUD. If you box this, it'll show on your HUD which direction radar signatures are from. See, we have this P now on here, and it also shows on your helmet mounted device. If we look over here, we'll see the P and the E3 are off to roughly 70 degrees. Those are where those contacts are. It's useful for finding aircraft that have you in radar. Set up laser guided bombs. So we have GBU 12s mounted on all stations. So we'll select this box from the store page. We'll go to codes. So the default laser code on the Hornet or any other vehicles in DCS is 1688. So we'll just enter that here. We'll hit enter, and then we'll hit step. And we'll type it in again. All right. Now at the bottom, it shows the laser codes of each station, which we can set them separately. But another thing you also have to do is make sure your bombs are fused. So we have this one selected. We'll hit fuse, instant, step, fuse. You can also set them to delayed, instant, step, fuse, instant, step, fuse, instant. So if we wanted to choose something other than the default laser code, say we're flying in a flight with multiple people, we'd kind of want to set our own codes. So let's set our code to 1524 or 21. My head's moving. All right, so now our code's set to 1521. Okay, now that we're in the air, we can look at our Teapod. All right, we'll go down here. We'll turn the laser on, which it will not let us turn on the laser unless we are in AG and armed. So we got to go back to the flare. Okay. So we see that we have all our bomb stations are laser code 1521, but our laser that is outputting from the Teapod is 1688. So we're going to click this UFC button here, and we'll only see the LSTC, which is the laser code that we could receive, so we could pick up a laser from a buddy laser. So we'll come down here, we'll turn arm our laser, and we'll see the LSDC, which is the laser designator that we are putting, the laser designator code. So we'll change that to 1521. We'll hit enter, and you'll see it updated on the MFD. See, if we wanted to change the laser code of which we're receiving, like let's say our friend is using 1625, and we'll hit enter, and then that updates this one. This is the button you use to find a laser that is being designated. That's a quick overview of the laser designation in the Teapod. It's a very complicated system, which it takes a lot of practice to get good with the Teapod. But it's remembering The hardest thing I found to remember was remembering that you can only arm your laser if you're in air to ground. See, if I go down here now, I can arm the laser. But if I put it into air to air, it disarms the laser. It's just to constantly remember that you need to look at your laser and see if it is armed or not. And using the Tacan is not that straightforward as well. So we'll come down here, hit this TCN button, type in our Tacan station, 43 X-ray. You want to make sure this is ticked. Transmit, receive, it's ticked. If it was a tanker, we would want to select AA. We'll hit enter, and then you'll hit on. Sometimes it doesn't work the first time. You got to hit it twice. You got to wait until it says on here. And you see on the HSI, we have the little indicator down here. That's where the carrier is. So we can, if we look down here, and also if we box TCN on the HSI, it'll set that as our steer point and our navigation aid. And on the HUD, you can see how far the carrier is right there, that 31.8. We'll turn towards it. Another thing you can do once you have the Tacan selected, you can go to Autopilot and select this capture, the CPL, and it'll capture waypoint. It'll fly to your selected steer point. So basically, the F-18 will fly itself. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. And hope you found some use out of it. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. And have a good day.